if you learn how to fish, you'll always eat fish. So I learned trades, lots and lots of trades. And I knew that by being an able body, physically fit, and able to do the work, I was going to survive. And that's how it worked out. I was willing and able to roll up my sleeves, put my head down, and do the hard yakka, as we say in Australia, do the hard work. I was prepared to do that because I could see from older generations that the men and the women that had rolled up their sleeves and put their heads down and worked hard had results in their lives. Oh my, how much times have changed. That's all I could say now. I'm still a believer. If you're prepared to do the work and discipline yourself, you make it anywhere. You can make it anywhere. You can watch the whole world burn around you, but because you're focused, you'll be fine. You're focused and you're saying, if there's a challenge where I have to take it on, I'm ready for it. Don't just sit in the corner and wait for somebody to serve you your opportunity. You saw the opportunities the system you live in is serving you. This is your opportunity. What is it? High rent, high mortgages, everything expensive. At the end, two people are working and they can't make ends meet. They can't even support children anymore. They have to go to the council or to the unemployment or somewhere and get themselves handouts, like they're paupers, like they're not able to take care of themselves. And that destroys your self-esteem. And you tell me if it hasn't destroyed your self-esteem. That's like having someone in your pocket all the time counting the money and saying to you, there's enough money for you to live. Mate, I want to make a bit more so I could save, so I can enjoy. No. This is exactly what you need to live. Here's the minimum wage, and I'll put in the rest. And that way, you cannot grow. Your family can't grow. You can't evolve. You can't dream of a better tomorrow. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for you. That's what it means to sit around and wait for society to serve you your future. The only terrorists I understand in my life, and I'm telling you this straight out, the only terrorist I recognize in my life is this bloody well system. Every time I turn on the news, the politicians terrorize me with their great ideas of how they're going to save me. And that's what terrorizes me. I turn on the news and suddenly they're telling me next month your electrical bill's going up, your gas bill's going up, your water bill's going up, you're traveling in public transport. All this shit just keeps going up. So who the fuck is terrorizing you, mate? Some Arab on the other side of the world, or the system that you live in? If you're terrorized, it's the system. That's my perspective. And no one's going to change that. I get upset when I think about it because they've trained us ever since we were children at school that we should expect from authority to serve us up a better future. And that's why we put them there in those chairs. And all they seem to do is go and have a meeting for a few hours in some country, then go off and party. And you know what they keep? What happens at parties. Okay? So they go off and they party for a few hours, and the next day they go and do it again somewhere else and again somewhere else. So what we're financing are these party animals that are probably on drugs, and they're partying away their lives, and you're wondering why they can't They can't make a straight decision or a rational decision because they're off their fucking faces. That's what's happening. And we give them the privilege. We pay them to party and enjoy themselves. How much respect do you think they're going to have for us? As much respect that a pimp has for his hoe, right? And that's exactly what we are to them. We're their hoes. I need you to look at it from this perspective because that's what it really is. And you can see how incapable they are. Every time they get up and they talk to us, they treat us like we're, oh my God, I'm embarrassed to say what they treat us like. Anyway, well, I've had my say. I've had my say. And I'm probably going to say it again. But don't expect society to serve you up a bright future. The only person who can serve you up a bright future is yourself and the people that are around you that love you and support you. They, all together, you could serve yourself up a nice, bright future that'll make you happy. The same way I'm happy. I fought the system. I worked on my own. I've always worked for myself. I've had 3 businesses in my life. My first business was when I was around the age of 20. So I prefer to work for myself and take on the responsibilities for myself and the risks. And it's paid off for me. Look where I am now. I'm living a comfortable, relaxed life with wonderful people around me. And I want to share that with you. I want to wake you up. Don't expect this authority that exists to give you anything. It'll only take off you. You've got to look at them from the perspective that they're just bullies. They're just bullies. The politicians, their corporate mates, everyone, they're just bullies, and they take for themselves and they support themselves, each other, and we're just the victims of this whole take game that's going down. How do we stop it? That's another show. How do we fight it? That's another show. I don't want to talk about the problems that much. But anyway, that's all we seem to have all the time is issues and problems that we have to solve. And who gives them to us? I didn't give them to myself. My wife didn't give me the issues. My children didn't give me those issues. Some monkey in a suit sitting on a podium said, this is what will happen tomorrow in your life. And I cannot say anything about it. With so much damn technology nowadays, where I could pull out my phone and do anything I want with it, right? But I don't have the right to vote on every one of their decisions that they vote on. With the technology we have now, we could all vote on every one of these decisions just by pulling out our smartphone and saying, today we have 10 issues, and on this issue I decide this, on this issue my family decides that, on this issue my family decides that. Then take the counts. And then you're serving the people. For the first time, you politicians will be serving the people and not yourselves and your newly acquired mates who bring you in money and votes. I've had a good session. Well, thank you for your time. If you have any comments, and I do like to hear some comments, if you agree with me that we shouldn't be expecting anything from the system, we should be, it's turned back into a jungle, basically. Please let me know. Let's start a discussion. I'm just trying to find people like me who can see my perspective clearly. because I could always see the elephant in the room. I never had to bow down my head to a boss or to anybody. I had to be responsible all my life to myself. And that's how I believe everybody should be. Never bow down to the bullies in your life. Because the more you put your head down and you bow down to them and you do what they want you to do, the more they want from you. And we all know that's a fact. We don't have to think about that too long. You've got a narcissist in your life that's fucking with you. You give them the benefit of the doubt, they're just going to fuck with you more. So you don't need to think about that sort of stuff too much. It is what it is. And that's how I accept life. It is what it is. And I move forward that way till I drop dead. 62 years old, still feeling wonderful. I can still move. I can stretch. I can touch my toes. I can run up and down stairs all day. I can climb ladders. I can climb scaffolds like a monkey. This is health. Mental health and physical health. And be aware, if you're not mentally healthy, it will show as you get older on the outside of your body. You will become obese. You will struggle with yourself. Don't become like that.